Good day, everyone. I am Grace Galagar, and today I am going to continue the discussion about Philippine literature during contemporary period, specifically in play. Play is a form of literature written to be performed on stage by actors in front of an audience. It is meant to be seen and heard, not just read, and it uses dialogue, actions, and stage directions to tell a story. A play is a written dramatic work created for performance where characters speak and act out a story in front of the audience. A purpose of a play is to entertain, to inform, to provoke thought, to express cultural, social, or political messages. Script writing, a popular and developing literature form, is probably due to the growing interest in TV and the visual arts. This means that in the contemporary period, writing scripts for plays, TV, or films has become more common and respected as a literary form. The rise of television and visual media made script writing more attractive to writers because there are more platforms and audience for scripts. This also reflects in shift how literature is defined, not just novel and poems, but also scripts for performance and screen. Now let's delve into some examples of screenplay. First is Nocturnal in 1998, a screenplay by Lito Kasaye that won third prize. Nocturnal is about human relationships, a very adult story inspired by Arthur Schnitzler La Ronde. We also have Padre de Familia is a fallen play which won third prize in the same Carlos Palanca Memorial Award. So it is, according to Kasahe, it is a cute comedy about a lonely, single, middle-aged man who, every year on his birthday, would invite a group of actors to play the role of his imaginary wife, son, daughter, and other family members. According to his playwright, this man does this as a birthday treat for himself to make him feel that he is part of the family. And also, we also have editorial by Lito Kasay that we will delve in. Before we discuss the editorial by Lito Kasay, let's first get to know the playwright himself. Lito Kasay is a playwright, professor, journalist, theater artist, and an independent film actor, director, and producer. He is also the chair of the Communications Department and director for the Center for Theater Education or Training and Digital Cinema. He co-founded Dramatis Persona, a theater events multimedia company with playwright Bienvenido M. Noguera Jr. in 1989 and mounted many plays in different schools and venues. His plays include Juan de la Cruz, New York, Separación, Matrimonial, Padre de Familia, and, of course, Nocturnal. He also dominated the screenwriting contest of the Film Academy of the Philippines with such winning interests as Siling Labuyo sa Kapilugan ng Buwan, Pag-ibig, Panaginip, Pag-ibig, and Sanctos, among others. Now, let's delve into editorial by Lito Kasay. So this is a one-act stage play written by a Filipino playwright and director Lito Kasay. It is a dramatic and socially relevant piece that focuses on journalism, media ethics, and moral responsibility of the press. Between 79 or 85, about 23 journalists died upholding their duty. Many other journalists lived, those who continued to fight to publish the truth, and those who turned to the safer aspect of journalism, and those who made more profane compromises. Editorial is about those who lived and those who died. That summer, these men lived out their very barren lives, struggling to contend with the off-truth. There is no room for cowardice in journalism. Editorial is a dramatic one-act play that explores the tension between truth, personal ethics, and political pressure in the world of journalism. The story centers on two main characters working in a newspaper office. We have Roger Olivares, a young journalist determined to expose corruption, and Charlie Arguelles, an older, experienced editor who understands the risks and consequences of publishing politically sensitive information. As the young journalist pushes for the publication of an investigative piece revealing abuses committed by influential government officials, the editor becomes torn between journalistic duty and the potential danger the article could bring for the publication, its staff, and even their personal lives. Their heated debate reveals the moral dilemmas that journalists often face, whether to stand firm for the truth or compromise to protect themselves. The play ends with a thought-provoking note, leaving the audience to reflect on the price of integrity, the responsibility of the press, and the complex relationship between truth and power. The play is about the story centers on the newspaper writer and the difficult choices he must make when preparing an editorial article. As he works, he is pressured by his editor, the political environment, and the compromises forced by media owners or powerful individuals. These pressures force him to confront a moral dilemma. Will he tell the truth, even if it endangers him, or will he give in censorship and corruption? Now let's discuss about the themes. First, we have media integrity and truth. The play highlights the importance of journalism in revealing truth and protecting society from abuse. Second is corruption and political pressure. It shows how powerful institutions can influence the press and control what is published. Third, moral courage. The protagonist must choose between personal safety and integrity. And lastly, freedom of speech or expression. This play questions how free the press truly is in society influenced by politics and money. It serves as a critic of the Philippine media landscape, especially during politically tense periods. It encourages audience to examine media manipulation and the challenges journalists face. It shows how theater can be used to expose social issues, a common characteristics of contemporary plays. Screenplay can be attributed to this trend. First is the TV and stage patronage. The increased support for theater and television from audiences, sponsors, and institutions encourages writers to create scripts. Because TV and stage productions have more resources and a bigger reach, playwrights and scriptwriters see more opportunities for their work to be produced and seen. This patronage helps sustain theater companies and motivates scriptwriters to write more. Second is theater group like Dramatis Persona, PETA or Philippine Educational Theater Association mula ang UP, CCP Dramatics Arts Division, Teatro Telecine, Gantimpala Theater Foundation, Mobile or Touring Children Theaters Group. So these theater groups are key players in the development of contemporary Philippine drama. For example, PETA or Philippine Educational Theater Association is a very influential company. By having many active theater groups, there are more venues and more demand for original plays. Third, we have substantial award in filmmaking. Award for films or screenplay provide recognition and financial incentive for writers. As more writers try their hand at screenwriting, they may also cross over into writing for stage or vice versa, strengthening the scriptwriting literary form. For example, the National Commission for Culture and the Arts reported that many writers are turning or writing for TV or films instead of just novels or long plays. Also, the Palanca Awards, a major Philippine literary award, includes categories for screenplay and teleplays, which elevates scriptwriting as a serious literary pursuit. Fourth is the expansion to cater children needs. TV channel 5 Batibot and Tanghalang Pambata. There was a growth in content specifically for children. This means writers are also focusing on young audiences. Tanghalang Gantimpala is a children theater program creating more opportunities for plays written for and performed for kids. This expansion broadens the kinds of stories being told in contemporary Philippine theater, not just adults or political themes, but also children plays. Fifth is the popularity of Taglish, which pepper today's Yapi lingo and which reach out the masses. Taglish, or the mix of Tagalog and English, is widely used in modern Filipino urban culture, especially among younger, educated, or yuppie populations. Using Taglish in plays and scripts helps make the dialogue feel more authentic and accessible to large segment of the audience. This linguistic trend in theater reflects how Filipino naturally speak today, making plays more relatable. Six is the notion of seeking popularity and ratings through exposure. Writers and theater practitioners may be motivated not just by art, but also by the potential to reach a wide audience, get good reviews, achieve commercial success. In TV, especially rating, how many people watch, matter a lot. For playwrights, being visible or getting their work on screen or on stage can be a way to gain repetition. This drive for exposure encourages more script writing because success through popularity is tangible reward. 7 is the creative writing workshop. From its original short stories category, the Carlos Polanca Memorial Awards have expanded its prize to one-act play and full-length play both in English and in Filipino. Workshop provide training, feedback, and community as aspiring scriptwriters and playwrights. As more people join writing workshop, the pool of writers who can write scripts for theater or films grows. Many of these workshops are tied to established institutions, universities, theater groups, or writing organizations, which help professionalize script writing as a literary form. Also, a big incentives for the Carlos Polanca Memorial Award, originally just for short stories, was expanded to include one-act plays and full-length plays in both English and Filipino. The Polanca Award supports through these categories significantly legitimizes script writing and playwriting in the literary field. And now let's delve into the characteristics of contemporary Philippine plays. First, it is socially relevant. It tackles issues like martial law, human rights, corruption, and social media influence. It serves as a commentary on current events and social challenges. Second is realistic or modern themes. It focuses on family conflicts, identity, migration, LGBTQ plus issues, mental health, and everyday struggles. Some characters speak in natural Filipino speech, often using Taglish. Third is experimentation and modern techniques. The use of multimedia, music, spoken word, film elements, and non-linear narratives incorporate contemporary art form and innovative staging. Next, we have growth of theater organization. Groups like PETA, Dulaang UP, Gantimpala Theater, and Tanghalang Filipino produce modern Filipino plays. Touring and children's theater groups also expand audiences. Next, we also have influence of TV and film. Script writing flourishes as more writer enters TV, teleserye, film, and digital media. Awards like Palanca Awards include playwriting categories, encouraging more writers. So in conclusion, in the contemporary period, Philippine plays have evolved into dynamic form of literature shaped by television, theater, and modern cultural influences. The growth of script writing reflects the increasing support from theater groups, award-giving bodies, and media platforms that encourages creative production. Altogether, these developments highlight how contemporary Filipino drama continues to adapt to societal changes while remaining relevant and accessible to diverse audiences. And that would be all for my discussion. Thank you everyone for listening.